Stephen A's upset.
Goodness.
Stephen A just tweeted, so sick of the blasphemy I'm hearing on Get Up from Big Perk and Monica and Vinny and me. And, of course, the diabolical Mike Wilbon.
Diabolical now.
Already wanting to tell Knicks fans the season's a success. They're not the ones who suffered since 73. They don't get it. I just want to give you a taste of what you have in store in an hour on First Take.
Not only do I have that in First Take, but Vinny and I are going to get some text. I got to end this. I got to put a punctuation on the debate we just had.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, regardless of rivalry, regardless of position relative to Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas is the best, the greatest small player ever, period. I don't count Steph as that. Steph's 6'3". You see Isaiah,
yeah, sure.
5'11".
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is the greatest small player ever. Apologies to Allen Iverson, who's right there. Stockton, right there. Isaiah Thomas is that person. And so you get into this thing historically, because there ain't nothing like this in the NBA right now.
No.
Not with the heat and passion that thing carried for decades.
So the bottom line is, you're going to hear from Isaiah Thomas. You're going to hear from Michael Jordan. We're all looking forward to it. And while that's happening, OKC and San Antonio were meeting last night in Oklahoma City for Game 5 of a 2-2 Western.
Defender waiting on him to go mid-range. No. Pull up and take the three.
Wemby trying to get everybody going in the huddle. Il n'y a pas de problème. But it didn't work. Good. Sacre bleu. Vive la France. C'est magnifique. Wemby, 20 points. 32 points and 9 assists.
What about Canadian?
Thunder Vaganar. The Canadian, well, you know. Anyway, starring in Game 4. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about here. Victor Wembanyama really struggled last night is what I'm trying to say. He shot just 4 of 15. He had 27%. His worst shooting performance, but maybe more significantly on the defensive end, where he affects the game in ways that maybe no one ever has. He allowed 11 of 16 shooting, which is 69%, which is certainly not like him. And for the new audience joining us here at the beginning of the second hour, Big Perk, I think there's a feeling that maybe Wembanyama, and this is not necessarily a criticism, is running out of gas after all that he has carried this year.
Well, he got outplayed by Isaiah Hartenstein. Let's make that clear. But again, when you talk about Wemby, he's new to this, right? And we just had a great debate between Vinny and Wilbon about Jordan and Isaiah, Chicago bad boys. But realistically, what made Michael Jordan is that he had to try to get through the Pistons.
Yep,
he had to go hit the weight room. He had to know what it felt like for the physicality and the longevity to get through a long run to try to win the NBA championship. You got me going back in the time. And I had to guard him. And I had to guard him one-on-one. Listen, I had to do the extra, right? Because of the physicality. After the series, I was done. I told Doc them, I ain't got nothing out of me no more. Y'all signed the White Howard. He was my assignment. I had him one-on-one, but I had to do the extra. Late night cold tub, right? Calling the trainers nonstop in the hotel room for treatment. You have to go through that process, but you have to go through it.
Is there an element of maturing that we're seeing? I mean, something like we overreact to every game because that's what the NBA is. After Game 4, San Antonio had played their way back into it. Now we're talking this morning like they've lost, which obviously they haven't. They still have a shot. But last night, just the way Wembanyama looked, I thought it was, if I'm a fan of theirs, it was alarming to the extent that it looked like he was trying and just didn't have it left to sum it up.
It's the first time all season he looked human.
Yeah.
And we talk about alien and all these things, which are complimentary.
Yeah.
And Greeny, you said something I really find interesting about may get to be the face of the league. He's not the best player technically yet, but he is the face of the league internationally. It's interesting to talk to people who travel and they're overseas right now, basketball fanatics. You could be anywhere in Europe, Asia, Africa. Wembanyama is something they understand and are completely either fascinated with, obsessed by, but he looked human last night. And the question is, can he come up with 2 superhuman games against that team in 2 games, in 2 tries? He only gets 2.
Monica, let's start with 1. Can he come up with 1? Can he force a Game 7 when they head back home tomorrow night?
I do expect the Spurs and Wembanyama to force a Game 7, and it is because of the ebbs and flows of this series so far. The Thunder have not been as untouchable as we thought they were in the regular season in this postseason. And I think, to me, you could look at the box scores through this series and be like, oh, they must have won the last game, because the team that exerts the most effort to get the win looks flat to me in the next game. And I'm just not sure that the Thunder have solved that, particularly with their injuries.
I think there's a point in every playoff season, I'm sure Wilbon can speak to this. There's a point in every playoff series where both teams know who the best team is, and the series starts to take its shape. San Antonio, I look at Dylan Harper, rookie. Vassell, young player. Stephon Castle, young player. Big Vic. This is their first time
Never
going
been through
this.
it. Yep.
You have fatigue. Like me and Perk were talking about it in the hallway. Playoff basketball is more akin to wrestling than it is regular season basketball. And they are learning how fatiguing this is. Victor Wembanyama plays 10 more minutes a game in the playoffs in the regular season, and he's supposed to be at peak optimal. No, I don't.
Amen to what Vinny said. Just to add one thing. The emotions of it, which I know you can speak to.
Yeah.
To be in an NBA locker room in the postseason, it is so quiet. There's just not the usual chatter and socializing, even among teammates who love each other. It is so exacting, right?
Yeah.
And so emotionally, what I thought all season, Greeny, is they're going to be great. Look. Victor Wembanyama's going to win championships, plural, with health. Many, maybe.
Yeah.
But the emotion of going through this the first time and how tumultuous it is, I don't think they're up to that just yet.
Not only that, but it feels to me, Big Perk, and maybe we can dive into this a little bit later this morning. You were given an almost impossible assignment: guard Dwight Howard one-on-one. Wembanyama's is guard.
Possible.
Possible that you did.
I did.
My point is, his assignment is guard everyone.
Right.
His assignment is basically you guard all 5 guys. He's taking all 5 guys on the defensive side. He's expected to block every shot that comes in, or at least alter every decision when guys want to come in, and he's defending on the perimeter.
I agree, and we're to the point now where we're looking at the Spurs and we're saying, help a brother out. Offensively.
Yeah.
Who is going to be that Robin? You can't ask Stephon Castle to guard SGA, the MVP, back-to-back MVP, and put up buckets. But I'm going to say this real quick. The little things matter. Like, if you're Mitch Johnson, say if you're going to San Antonio, and I believe that they're going to get Game 6, right? Right after Game 6, the Thunder jet is going to be on the runway. The Spurs need to have their jet ready as well. Like, you fly out that night. Yeah, you fly out that night, not the next day. It's little things that add up. Like, not flying in the day before, getting in that evening at 6 o'clock, and then all. No. They leave, we leave. Like, that type of thing matters, and people may say, oh, Perkins, a dumb thing. No, it's a real thing, because we've done it. You got to put yourself at an advantage or put yourself in position the best way possible to be successful.
The great Michael Wilbon on his way over to do First Take. Always our pleasure. We'll have him here.
Vinny got me all riled up.